not to be confused with Oued Dahab province in Moroccan Western Sahara. Dahab is a small town situated on the southeast coast of the Sinai Peninsula in Egypt, formerly a Bedouin fishing village, located approximately 80 kilometers northeast of Sharm el-Sheikh. Dahab is considered to be one of the Sinai's most treasured diving destinations. Following the Six-Day War, the town was occupied by Israel and was known in Hebrew as Dahab, named after a place mentioned in the Bible as one of the stations for the Israelites during the Exodus from Egypt. The Sinai Peninsula was restored to Egyptian rule in the Israel-Egypt Peace Treaty in 1982. The arrival of international hotel chains and the establishment of other ancillary facilities has since made the town a popular destination with tourists. Dahab is served by Sharm el-Sheikh International Airport. Masbat is a popular diving destination, and there are many dive centers located within Dahab. Most of Dahab's diving spots are shore dives. Dahab can be divided into three major parts. Masbat, which includes the Bedouin village Asala, is in the north. South of Masbat is Mishraba, which is more touristic and has considerably more hotels. In the southwest is Medina, which includes the Laguna area, famous for its excellent shallow water windsurfing. The region of Asala is quite developed and has many camps and hostels. Most people who have visited Dahab in the past were backpackers interested in diving and snorkeling in the Red Sea. Tourism. Dahab attracts large numbers of tourists. It is world-renowned for its windsurfing. Reliable winds provide superb flat water conditions inside Dahab's sandspit. Further away from shore, wavy conditions couple with strong winds to provide formidable conditions for keen windsurfers. However, in the recent years, the lagoon inside the sandspit has been overtaken by kitesurfers, with two Russian-owned schools opening right on the beach. Scuba diving, free diving and snorkeling are also popular activities with many reefs immediately adjacent to waterfront hotels. The nearby Blue Hole, which is nicknamed as the world's most dangerous diving site, and Canyon are internationally famous dive spots. The increasing destruction of coral from reckless divers. Dive centers. Diving is a pressing issue that is causing some worry, sparking the need to regulate dive centers more thoroughly. Land-based activities include camel, horse, cycling, mountain bike trips, jeep and quad bike trips. Mount Sinai is a 2-hour drive, with St. Catherine's Monastery being a popular tourist destination. Historically, most visitors to Dahab have been backpackers traveling independently and staying in hostels, motels or guest houses in the Masbat area. In recent years, development of hotels in the Medina area has facilitated the arrival of a wider range of tourists, many of whom visit Dahab specifically to partake in the surfing, windsurfing, diving, kitesurfing, sailing, and other activities. The word Dahab is Egyptian Arabic for gold and is possibly a reference to the geographic locality. Gold washed down from the desert mountains may have accumulated on the alluvial floodplain where the town was built. The name may also be a reference to the color of the sands to the south of the town itself. Some locals attribute the name to the color of the sky just after sunset. One local story concerning the town's name is that it stems from the floods that wash through the town every 5 or 6 years. Larger than average seasonal storms in the mountains cause a great rush of water to surge down to the sea, dragging with it great amounts of sand. During this time, the town is cut in two by the flood, and the bay is stirred up and the sands turn it a golden yellow. It typically lasts a few days, and has caused damage and loss of life in the past as people were unaware of the sudden onset and the force the water moves at. Today, locals are ready when they see the clouds over the mountains, and anyone lucky enough to witness it will remember it for a long time. According to the Bedouin of the area, however, the name of Dahab has a different origin. When the Bedouin people came there, they called it Waqat Dahab, which translates literally to time goes. This name derived from the fact that when you were there, you could easily lose track of time as the days would begin to run together. The name was then shortened to Dahab, but misunderstood by travelers who thought they were saying Dahab. Unfortunately, much of the coral in the reefs just offshore are slowly disappearing, due to inexperienced divers being taken out in big numbers. Another big problem is that in mass, but local restaurants are dumping sand and rock in the sea to extend out into the shore, again, causing disruption to local coral reefs. Local Bedouin children, sometimes encouraged by their families, come to beach cafes and restaurants to sell items such as woven bracelets to tourists. The influx of female tourists on the beach, who typically dress in a more revealing fashion, introduces a culture unfamiliar to the region. Climate. Dahab has a hot desert climate as the rest of Egypt. Weather on summer days is very hot and also quite hot at night. Winter days are warm and nights are mild. Dahab has a very dry climate and rain is rare, even during the winter months. Most precipitation falls in March.